What's up, guys? Welcome to the Mike Dolce Show. No fancy intro today in a slightly different format, but regardless, the content will still be fire. Today, I wanted to discuss losing 10 pounds in a weekend. Summer's here. It's bikini board short season, right? Show some skin. Or if you're listening to this in the fall or winter, it's never a bad idea if you need to slim down. This is exactly the plan I'm about to detail for you that we use with our actors and actresses and models that have short notice shirt off scenes or photo shoots, or also our mixed martial arts athletes, our UFC competitors who have a short notice fight, right? They got a short notice fight. What are they going to do? Dolce, can you get me on weight? Here's a few things I can share with you that you might be able to implement into your regular life. The first thing you need to do, water intake. Kick up your water intake immediately. Start drinking more water, right? Start drinking more water immediately. Start flushing your body. Water in equals water out. This will help you drop a dramatic amount of stored body water, total body inflammation. More water will help assist in pushing that water out. Number 2, psyllium husk. What is psyllium husk? Psyllium husk can be purchased at most grocery stores, definitely every health food store, and just get the very simple organic psyllium husk powder. No other ingredients, not the Metamucil, not the orange flavored name brand. They add sucralose to that, which is crazy, right? They put a known synthetic toxic chemical that increases digestive discomfort and disorder. They put that into a powdered digestive aid product. Makes no sense. So it tastes like oranges. So it tastes like grapes. So it's flavored. Get rid of that also, because all synthetic toxic chemicals, artificial sweeteners, and preservatives create an inflammatory state in your digestive environment that bloats your belly, sticks your tummy out, so you're not going to look that hot as you could in that little bikini, or your abs won't be washboard. They'll be more barreled because you have a digestive battle going on with the synthetic toxic chemicals in your typical weight loss programs, products, which makes no sense. But also that then induces total body inflammation. What happens in your digestive environment, your microbiome, will be systemic throughout the body, and that typically results in total body inflammation. All the tissues in your body essentially swell as a result of the battleground happening in your digestive system. That's fact, right? That's fact. So any argument about how synthetic toxic chemicals and sucralose and artificial sweeteners are great weight loss diet products is immediately rendered false, because rule number 1 is do no harm. If you can't get past rule number 1, there is no room for debate on rule number 2, 3, or 4. So again, we drink more water. Step 1 in losing 10 pounds this week. And I like to give context, simple steps with context here. That can get you down 10 pounds. 10 pounds over the next 2 days or 3 days. I'm recording this on a Friday. Every single person who hears this, as long as you're a healthy, athletic adult, free to practice and perform by your doctor. This is not medical advice. I'm not a medical doctor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Don't do anything I say right here. I'm saying theoretically how a person could lose 10 pounds over the course of a weekend and look slamming hot and get tight and fit and healthy and feel better too. We drink more water. Drink more water. Flush the water. Number 2, psyllium husk. Get a few tablespoons of psyllium husk mixed in more water 2 or 3 times throughout the day. Let's really get that impacted food matter moving through your digestive system, because everything starts in your digestive system. The importance is too understated. The next thing we're going to do is morning walks. How simple is this? Get up and move your body first thing in the morning. If you can exercise more intensely, more power to you. That's fine. Also, we want to move your body. We want to get the blood flow. We want to remove any of the inflammation, possibly any of the waste materials that are lingering in your body. We want to get a good flush. We want to get a good flow. We want to increase your metabolism, switch it on. We just want to get the lines of transportation moving properly. That's the way we typically look at this, more so than burning calories. We have 2 days here. We want to get the transport system up and running, and that is your cardiovascular system, your cardiorespiratory system, but really it's more the vascular system we're after here with this blood flow. Now, as we move into the last piece here, which is food, well, what are you going to eat? Well, you're not going to restrict carbohydrates, which is just silly. You're going to eat carbohydrates, but you're going to be more targeted with the carbohydrates you consume. What would that be? Strawberries and blueberries and cantaloupe and watermelon and oats and some white rice and simple carbohydrates that have a high net nutrient quality, high quality simple carbohydrates. Carbohydrate sources, simple carbohydrate sources, primarily in the form of plants, of produce, of fruits, some grains, a little bit, but more fast burning, fast utilizing, non-storing, less water retaining simple carbohydrates. You'll see our athletes eating beautiful fruit salads all day long. They're always, they have tree fruit, or apples or pears or nectarines or plums with them, bowls of berries all day long, bananas and cantaloupes and watermelon. They're eating cantaloupes, like a half a cantaloupe, and they eat it like it's a cereal bowl. This dramatically improves digestive efficiency. It keeps blood sugar nice and stable. It reduces the amount of water your body holds, because these simple carbohydrates pass through faster and are not as stored as easily, thus retaining more water. Remember, we're talking about losing 10 pounds in the course of a weekend here in a healthy manner, as healthy as can be done. And nothing I've said thus far is cutting calories. I haven't said anything about cutting calories. In fact, we don't cut calories. We just alter the calories, the type of calories, for a short period of time, and we improve our digestive environment. We improve our circulatory system. This is how it happens. Most people will be shocked to find that you're walking around right now with 3 to 12 pounds of just impacted food matter passing through your body, and total body inflammation. Unnecessary total body inflammation. A little bit of inflammation is necessary here and there, but you're walking around with 3 to 12 pounds of just excess weight around your body, simply because your digestive system is out of whack. Your circulatory system is out of whack. Your metabolism is a little out of whack. Your fuel substrates are a little out of whack. And if we could just tweak that stuff up, the average active, healthy adult easily drop 10 pounds. Maybe it's 7, maybe it's 14. I don't know. But this is something simple and easy. Now, this is a live chat for those who are watching right now. Feel free to ask any questions here. I'm going to answer about 2 or so minutes of questions, and I do have to jump off. And if you're listening after the fact, thank you for being here. Check out more of the channel. Anyone can click the links below, by the way, of this video if you're looking for a personalized, detailed diet and exercise program that our team creates through our online platform. It's a 4-week and 12-week program, 3 weeks to shred it and living lean. Check that out if you want something very specific. It's there for you. But now let me answer your questions. Ha! Sean, noob. What's up, noob? Andrew Corona, thumbs up. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Brandon, is good quality packaged turkey breast okay? No. And the healthiest type of bread you recommend? Sprouted Great. No, the packaged turkey breast, will I ever eat that? Yeah, I'll eat that. When will I eat that? If I'm driving from Cleveland to Cincinnati, maybe, and I need some easy on-the-go stuff to be co-pilot with me. Maybe I'll do something like that. I'm not going to buy it and keep it in my house, though. I'm going to cook chicken. I'm going to cook turkey and have that, which is less expensive. And in my mind, easier if you make enough. We always make 2 to 3 days worth. You just throw a rack of chicken breast into the oven when you're baking your veggies and a few other things, and it's always there, thus eliminating the need for those highly processed, but it's not exactly a candy bar. Paul, what's up, Paul? Hey, brother, F you. Soon to be summer in this Texas heat. Well, it looks like summer has just started down here on the Jersey Shore. And I know you guys in Texas get it bad too. Sean says, do you recommend adding in psyllium for someone already on the amazing online 3 weeks to shredded program? If you're already following our 3 weeks to shredded program, you are likely having a suggested amount of psyllium as a part of the plan. Probably not every day, because we do look into the fiber contribution to the daily diet. When our team of dietitians, as we created the online platform, we really tried to cover everything. And I believe we did. Every micronutrient was considered, every calorie, the relationship between protein and carbs, and as they would wave from a day-to-day perspective. And what happened to the zinc, the iodine, the magnesium, but also the fiber, as Sean is asking here in psyllium. So if you're already following our online program, by and large, that has all been thought of for you by a team of registered dietitians, exercise physiologists, certified NSCA, CSCSs, and myself kind of, working that as we built the plan. So I would say you don't need to take any extra if you're following our online platform. I do want to say that also. What is psyllium husk? Psyllium husk is a grain. It's a grain that's not digestible, so it passes through the body. And I say psyllium husk is like a big push broom. You ever seen when I was a younger man, I was a bouncer at these big roadhouses and Jersey Shore bars and whatnot. At the end of the night, the bouncer would always get these big ass push brooms, and we would push all the bottles to like one end, and other guys with shovels, like snow shovels, would shovel up all the bottles from the floor at these like big roadhouses. So many cool stories, right? That they would just dump into. That's always how I envision psyllium husk. It's like this big push broom that just sweeps through your digestive tract and really scrapes out a lot of the gunk that's in there. Now, too much is bad, of course. Too much sex is a bad thing, allegedly. But too much of anything is bad. So too much of fiber can be bad, but most people don't eat enough, especially if they have a history of eating more like the traditional American diet, or if they have these high animal-based diets with less roughage pushing through there. There's quite a few people that, or just a traditional synthetic toxic chemical, they think they're being healthy and they're consuming all sorts of these low-fat, sugar-free foods. So they're going to be pretty jacked up also. California, hello. When is the Dolce Whey Pro coming? Very soon. Come on now. You will be the first to know, James, I'm on a fasted walk right now listening to you. I have some strawberries, blueberries, cherries, and raspberries waiting back in the car. Ooh, James, I want to hang out with you, my man. Throw in a little double espresso, buddy, and we're going to be best friends. Daniel, how should I fuel for cycling to or from work? Roughly 7 miles. How should I fuel for cycling to or from work? 7 miles, 45 minutes. That's a hike, man. You need a full meal in there. That's going to be, I don't know. I want to put about 600 calories into me to get ready for a 7 mile, 45-minute bike ride. I'm going to burn probably that. And I want a little bit left over, hopefully, to help repair a lot of the damage. Maybe I get a little bit more calf growth, a little bit more glute growth. Who knows? Maybe tricep growth, though. I got that really hard forward lean. Brian, what's up, Mike? Hey, good news. Finally got my mom doing morning list. Good for you, man. She also bought both books, thank you, and reduced her thyroid medication, all thanks to you. She's down 15 pounds already in 1 month. Brian, I'm actually screenshotting that, my man. That is freaking awesome. With my cheesy face. That's awesome. So happy. Give mom my love and support. And I'm so happy and so proud of her. That's awesome. And great job, Ryan. Such a cool thing to see our community spreading it, right? Spreading the health, living. Brian just simply lived by example, just like all of us, right? We live by example. We don't force anything on anyone, but those we care about most, we wish we're doing what we're doing, had the feeling that we feel, right? When we feel how good it feels to feel good, we want to share that with everyone. We want to share that with mom and with dad and Aunt Sue and whoever else it might be, but they just don't want to hear it from you at first. So we just keep doing what we're doing, keep living happy, healthy, and sharing and loving and being non-judgmental. And then they will come around, and then you will have their respect and the ability, the permission to speak into their life and then truly help them. Because you're ready today does not mean they are ready today, and they might not be ready on your timeline. But Brian, man, good for you. I'm so happy to hear. California Finance Channel, when's it coming? Ask me something financial. I'm happy to answer that also. But we already have we already have 10 amazing videos already built. We have a new channel that we will be launching. This channel will continue on. You might have noticed some changes to some of the production. But that's all because we have quite a bit going on behind the scenes. We've discussed launching a new channel for you. The new channel is coming very soon. Lots of great content. A lot of the same basic content. This channel will continue to run same great content, and I think better content here. And the other channel, which I will release in the near future. Some of you, if you're watching this on the replay, then you already know what we're talking about. But those listening live right now, 2 more weeks probably. You have 2 more weeks, you'll hear more. DK, when do we get to hear these Roadhouse stories on the new channel? For sure. Oh my God, I got so many great, crazy, like the mob. One time the mob came in, literally the mob came in to take down this one like fancy, what was it called? I don't, maybe I can't say the name it was called, but it was like right on the river where the boats came in. It was just all like, you know, fancy silk suits and the whole thing, like total Scarface. And the mob came in to roll the club because the owner of the club owed him money. And it was I got a crazy story about that. That's not even the story. Mike, you're a G, real talk. Canix, thank you, man. I'm just a dude, just duding, man. Just trying to dude my way through life over here. Who do you got in the UFC tomorrow? Andrew says, oh, man, I'm going to bet Chandler because I'm buddies with him. Mike Chandler's a good dude, real dude. Mike's been in the game a long, long time. I respect the hell out of Charles. I helped Nick Lentz fight Charles for the second fight. And, man, I knew what a beast Charles was. Respect the hell out of him and his grind. And Charles is a good guy by all ways and means. I got nothing bad to say. But, you know, I'm pulling for Chandler for sure. He deserves it. Guillermo Dolce, thanks for everything, brother. Quick question related to detoxing benefits of apple cider vinegar shots in the morning. Big respect for Puerto Rico. I'm not the fan of the apple cider vinegar shots. I've tried it. Tons of our clients have tried it, usually before they get to us because we've never really pushed it. But I tried it before. I got in on the hype when it first started popping off, and I ruined my day. It made my stomach not happy. Like, it adversely affected my digestion. I saw no tangible results from it. And that seems to be what nearly every other person I've ever had this. I've had this conversation hundreds of times, by the way, with private clients and consultations and things like that, hundreds of times. The ACV shows up on someone's intake form, right? Yeah, you ask the question, you talk about it. I don't know anyone who said, oh man, it was awesome. They're like, yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know, like, I guess it was good. I'll add a little bit to a salad a couple times a week, but I eat healthy and clean normally, so I don't have any issues, right? And I think that people are looking at it as like a cure. That's the pill. It's not the pill. That's like, it's like a tapatía or like a Tabasco sauce that you kind of add into your rotation. It's like kimchi. I have kimchi or sauerkraut a couple times a week. I'll have a little ACV a couple times a week, a little balsamic, whatever else it might be. Little kombucha if it's truly fermented and natural and fresh. Anyway, in your opinion, best MMA gym in the world? That's a tough one. I'm thinking, well, let's do the Mount Rushmore. The Mount Rushmore, best MMA gym in the world. We have to say Jackson Wink. Come on, Carlos Condit, John Jones, Holly Holm, Diego Sanchez, Cowboy Cerrone, Phil Hawes, just the name, and that's Keith Jardine. I mean, Joey Villasenor, the OGs, Rashad Evans, GSP for a time. So got to say Jackson Wink. Who else do we say? We got to say AKA. I mean, Kane, DC, Luke Rockhold, Habib, Kyle Crutchmer coming in. Who else? Got, lots of others come through there. Josh Thompson, of course, AKA. Josh Koscheck, Mike Swick, all AKA savages. And world titles, right? So talent pool plus world titles. So those two gyms are there. American Top Team. Been around a long, long time. Took them a while to get their first world title, but when they did, man, they had Junior Dos Santos, Amanda Nunez, Robbie Lawler was at ATT when he won his first and defended that title a few times. Hector Lombard was the most dominant middleweight in Bellator history, during Hector's big run, and quite a few others. Colby, Covington, Masvidal. So ATT's up there. I think that would be my top 3 super gyms. But then we have some specialty gyms like Bang Muay Thai. like Duke Rufus and Rufus Sport. You have some of those kind of smaller specialty gyms that also, Dwayne Bang Ludwig, TJ Dillashaw, multi-time dominant, maybe the most dominant, though, the 135-pound champions. You could say that. You have, is it Blackhouse, I think, and Rafael Cordero. I mean, maybe not quite the size of some of the other, the ATTs, but Machida and Anderson and just Dos Anjos, lots of the talent came through there. Gastelum. So, man, I can't pick a best. So I'm just kind of highlighting, to be fair. There is no best. They're all amazing. They're all amazing. And they all have their time. Team Quest. I came up in the Team Quest game. 2004, I was hired as a head strength coach of Team Quest North, Randy Couture's gym, when Randy was getting ready to fight Tito Ortiz. Evan Tanner, rest in peace, was still there, making his way up the middleweight ranks. An amazing time. The Ultimate Fighter 1 hadn't even happened yet when I was hired as the head strength coach of Team Quest North. And that was the #1 gym in the world at that time. So these things all have their time. And Pat Militich's Militich Fighting Systems. The Jens Pulver and Matt Hughes and Jeremy Horn and Rich Franklin in the beginning. Pat himself, Militich himself, so those gyms, I want to put them on the Mount Rushmore also. So we gotta carve out a bigger mountain. Great question, by the way. I don't get questions like that nearly often enough, I think. Will the new channel be free? Abso-freaking-lutely, it'll be free. Absolutely, it will be free. Excuse me, because I mumble. I can't charge when I mumble, right? No, free. We want to provide more content. That's my goal. I want to over deliver on amazing content to provide the most actionable, honest, evidence-based information. That's my goal. That's here, the most honest man in fitness right here, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you the truth. I add value to life. I tell you the truth. I sell a couple products here and there, but you don't have to buy them because I'm always telling you the truth of what you need to do. And if you do what I say, you listen to me, you go and research the things I said, you consider it truly unbiased, and you maybe want to implement it in your life, I guarantee we'll provide value. Over deliver on value. That's my goal. That's why I'm here. And the new channel will be a way to do that. Are you Mexican? No, I'm actually not Mexican. I'm Native American. I'm from the Chickasaw Nation, and I have some Choctaw in me, by the way. Also, my father was a first-generation Sicilian American. His oldest brother and sister were both born in Sicily, and the family came over when his mom was pregnant right through Ellis Island. So he was firstborn of his family in America, and then I'm his son. And also, my mother's father grew up on on native land in the Chickasaw reservation. And then I got a little bit of Scottish, Irish thrown in there on my maternal grandma's side. And then a bunch of, other little things throughout the years of our wily, ancestors. Lord knows what they did. Hi, King says, hey, Mike, how many times a week should I be doing strength and conditioning while training MMA? 3 to 4, losing weight stage. All right. How many times should I be doing strength conditioning while training MMA? 3 to 4. I say once every 3 to 5 days. I don't care about the 7-day week. Every 3 to 5 days or so, because you got to recover. If you're, depending on how close to your fight it is or what your skill set is, your strength training should really almost help keep you healthy and recovered, depending on how hard you're going in your skills training. But I say once every 3 to 5 days is usually sufficient to make progress. Coach, looking forward to watching this on the replay. Dave, thank you, Dave. Please timestamp this, my brother. Please timestamp this. Dave B, the legend, ladies and gentlemen. Cholesterol, which LDL, HDL value matters most? Very confusing to hear what doctors say and folks like yourself. Thank you. You know what? That's actually a great question. That I haven't spoken about enough on this channel. I will bring an expert in to have this conversation. So essentially, we have the LDL, the bad cholesterol, the HDL, the good cholesterol. In general, the HDL should be, and I keep putting these quotes on here, because who are you listening to? There's different data out there, and I can actually debate myself on a few of these points. HDL effectively should be above 40. LDL effectively should be below 100. Some will argue LDL should be below 70 and HDL should be above 50. As we continue on, it's somewhere in those general ranges. Is high HDL or low, or is low HDL and high LDL correlated to cardiovascular disease? Well, depending on who you ask and depending on what study you read and depending on possibly what bias you have. And that's, I think, a fair and honest answer. What is your bias? And are you trying to reverse that bias, or are you trying to support that bias or confirm that bias? And that's what's happening right now in the medical community. I'll speak with two cardiologists that take a rather different turn. I'll speak to two PhDs in nutrition science. I'll get two completely different views on the exact same topic. It is important to know what your LDL and HDL is. And in general, we do want them closer to the optimal ranges as we're having the debate, would be my suggestion here. Brian says, can you give us a good Team Quest story? And did you see Chael give you a big shout out on his last video? I didn't see the Chael shout out. Chael's the man, by the way. I didn't see the Chael shout out. He's freaking awesome. Love the guy and so respectful of what a bad motherfucker Chael Sonnen is. If you guys knew how bad Chael Sonnen is the stories of Chael that are all true, by the way, of heroics, of fancy like feats of strength, or gym lore, or industry lore for sure. But anyway, I will share. I got a few great Chael stories. I don't have the time to do it now because this broadcast is getting a little long. I appreciate it, and I'm going to go a little bit longer, so stay here. I got a couple cool things to say here, in a moment. I see a few great questions here I'm going to answer. But I don't want this to go too long, right? So we're going to start to tighten it up soon. But I will. And Chael deserves his own video, by the way. What books would you recommend high school, college students to read? The Richest Man in Babylon right now. Right now, do not pass go. Go and purchase The Richest Man in Babylon right now, or gift it to a younger. I just gave a copy of The Richest Man in Babylon to my 14-year-old nephew, Dean, as he got his first job working at a Jersey Mike's. Awesome. And he's been trying to get a job since he was 12 years old. He is ready to make his name for himself. And I gave him The Richest Man in Babylon. And that's step one. And that's what I strongly recommend to everyone. And then we can have a deeper conversation. I will cover a lot of these, my favorite books, on the finance portion of our new channel. We will have a finance portion on that new channel. By the way, we'll have a fighting specific portion. We will have a food, a fitness. We got all the good F's over there. Darren, best MMA teacher in the world. Donaher asking teacher because I know you're the best trainer. Well, thank you. 4-time world MMA trainer of the year. John Donaher is amazing. I am honored to have trained with John Donaher quite extensively early in my career when I was still at the blue belt level. I was going to Renzo Gracie's New York in the old academy up above the heroin clinic. And John Donaher was always on the mat at the time that I could go. So I was just blessed and fortunate that Professor Donaher was there running the mats when I was just a white belt, and then when I became a blue belt, and under Renzo, getting slapped with the Renzo Gracie blue belt was one of the huge accomplishments in my life. But then being able to then train with John Donaher after that point to just help, God, it was absolutely incredible. That was quite some time ago. That was early 2000s. That's crazy. That was almost 20 years ago now. That was early 2000s, 2001, 2002, 2003. And then 2004, I left to Team Quest, where I accepted the head strength coach job there and got away from gi jiu-jitsu and such and became much more Team Quest MMA style, 5-5s with big gloves and 10-3s with small gloves. Went into the hardcore MMA side of the game. Wish I stayed more in the gi. Absolutely, as I look back now. Chris says, my father's hit a plateau. He's been fasting, has a history of opioid abuse, sorry to hear that, and a fatty liver. He's eating very clean, low carb. He's not that wealthy and doesn't want to spend money on blood tests. Well, that's short-sighted, to be fair. And I would speak very honestly. I don't need this AirPod in anymore. But he's got a history of opioid abuse and fatty liver. Well, he needs to be working with a doctor. 100%. This is not medical advice. I'm not telling you or your dad what to do. I'm just going to give some friendly little insight here. Number one, he needs to be working directly with a doctor under a doctor's care. Doctor needs to know everything he's doing, and then having a protocol built to work forward. It might take 2 or 3 doctors to help him get to that point. He's eating very clean, low carb. That is awesome to hear. He's not that wealthy and doesn't, well, I don't know why low carb is a super good thing if he's got fatty liver disease. Okay. Does that mean he's eating a very high fat diet, high protein diet? I would look for a very moderate, very lower calorie. But again, I'm not giving medical advice here. You might want to speak with a registered dietitian. You can click the links below. You can work one-on-one with any of our licensed registered dietitians, to which we have here in our company, who build personalized 8-week plans. You're actually working with a real person on the phone, Skyping, emailing, like, this is what you need to eat, Lauren, and bang, 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 and this is how you dial it in. Or 30-minute consultation. Just as a brief aside, you can do a 30-minute consult, like ask us anything, troubleshoot it. They'll give you the exact answers that hopefully you need to just move forward in 30 minutes or less. And then we have our online platform that's there too, if anyone's interested in that stuff. He's not that wealthy and doesn't want to spend money on blood tests. Go to letsgetchecked.com right now. letsgetchecked.com/Dolce, and then promo code Dolce right now. I just put it into the links, and get your goddamn blood work done. Get your goddamn blood work done, son. Like, what are you doing? You what is it? At Let's Get Checked, I think it's like $50. You get a Dolce discount. You save like 20, 30, sometimes 40%. Use the Dolce discount. I don't care if I get a little commission. I don't care about the commission. I care that you get an inexpensive blood test delivered to your house. It takes 2 minutes. Little pinprick, you put it in the tube, you put it in the box, you put the box on the porch. The UPS guy comes and picks it up. It's like a 2-minute round trip thing. Get the testosterone, get the full metabolic panel, get his cardiac panel, spend a couple dollars and get his blood work done, and then not have to worry about it. Or go to your doctor. Most people don't want to get in the car and go to the freaking doctor anymore. So go to letsgetchecked.com/Dolce, but get your blood work done. Come on now. I know, Chris, I'm yelling at you, but give him that type of energy. Dad, come on, Dad, what are you doing? Come on, get your fucking blood work done. Let's go. I'll drive you. Come on, let's go. We'll have some fun, whatever it is. But man, it bothers me. Another one, he just wants to spend money on blood tests, a TRT. Well, he doesn't need the TRT. Well, who knows? He might need TRT. Who knows? I don't know how old he is, but he's got a health history. He's got dealing with some medical issues. He needs to get his shit straight. Might need to be working with Professor Lindsay Howard over here. Amy, what's up, Amy? Hey, Mike, literally just finished a UFC Fit workout, still alive, barely alive. Amy, good to see you, Amy. Keep crushing it. Brian, who was your favorite person to spar or roll with? Ooh, great question. I like to spar with Chris Lieben because Chris was awesome and Chris was always trying to take your head off. Nate Horry because Nate was so technical. I hated going with Chael because Chael was just so fucking good. Chael was so good, he would either kick your ass or make it so obvious he was letting you win. Right? So Chael was never any fun to go with. He was fun to fucking watch, by the way. So Lieben, I like to spar with Chris Wilson because Chris Wilson would kick your ass and teach you why while he was kicking your ass. Like he would beat your ass, surgically precise ass kicking, but he was an amazing coach also. And he's a language teacher. He speaks like 5 languages. So he speaks adults how to speak other languages and such. So coaching is just who he was. So he would actually coach you while he fucking immobilizes your legs. It was awesome. Chris, all right, I'll sign him up. Chris, right on. He's 57. He's got to do it right now. He's 57 years old. Everyone should get their blood work done. Go to letsgetchecked.com/Dolce, promo code Dolce. The link is even below this video. Go check it out. Get your blood work done. Go to just get your wellness test, get your hormone panel. Guys and gals, get your hormone panel, get your thyroid panel, get your cardiac panel. Out of the gate. Let's just get that going and then get back to me. See if there's anything out of line. If there's anything out of line, address it immediately. If everything's perfect, cool. Then we can have some more fun. Then we can do like the vitamin mineral deficiency test. We can drill a little bit deeper into some like optimizing now. But let's see if our cardiac panel's doing okay. Let's look at our hormone balance. Let's make sure that's okay. Let's look at the thyroid and our blood sugar. Like, let's make sure we're not really fucked up here. Pardon my language. Okay, let's get that settled. Tier 1. Tier 2, now let's look for some deficiencies. What's our DH to pregnenolone? What's our vitamin D3, B12 level, iron, magnesium ratios? We can then start to look into that. And shit, man, turn you into Stallone, right? What do you think guys like Stallone are doing? That becomes that level of proficiency, and that's pretty easy. If every human has access to that. Henrik, Henrik, always here, always trying to help, brother. Adrian, apologies for the follow-up question. What is your take on triglyceride values? Again, I think that's dependent also. There's so much data. What I want to do is, this is a deeper conversation to truly give great education. Let me get an expert to come on and really start to break down, because I can give some, what I said earlier is I will debate myself many times. I'm always trying to challenge my own bias here. What is the cause of disrupted cholesterol panels, of high LDLs and low HDLs? And is it one or the other, or is it the interplay between the two? Does it actually matter if we're looking at other inflammation markers? Is it actually the markers of inflammation that cause the issue, as opposed to just the high lipid content, let's say? Or as you start to drill down into this, you can debate it. Now, I have a pretty strong opinion, but let me temper that with an expert in the field, which is really where I want to bring. That's where our next channel will be. We've already filmed a few great episodes, by the way, but this video is not quite long enough for me to truly get, because it's a deeper conversation per se. And not passing the buck here, but I'm going to pass it to the next 10-minute video we can do. Do you have a relationship with Daru Strong? I feel like absolutely. Yeah, we do. Phil, it feels awesome. We're on each other's podcasts, let's say. We have some joint programs running together. I know Phil was doing a strength program that was powered by the Dolce diet. So it was our nutrition plan and his strength program. So yeah, Phil's awesome, man. Phil's a buddy. Bang, bang, bang. Adrian, bang, bang, bang. Cox, Canix. Yo, Mike, Basmati rice or sweet potato for cutting? If I can only have one of those. Well, why is it only one? You can certainly have both. I don't like the only one stuff. Basmati white rice, I would say I would probably have that maybe more often than the sweet potato, because I want those faster acting, easier to digest carbohydrates when I'm really in that cutting phase, just like I spoke about in the beginning of this video. So I recommend everyone go back, watch the first 8 minutes of this video. If you're jumping in late, hopefully Dave B. the Legend throws the timestamps up for us, which we appreciate you, Dave. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys for being here. Definitely click the links below this video and learn more about what we have, what we do. We have a lot of programs, personalized programs, online programs for you guys. We have a team of registered dietitians. We have tons of free content. And then we have links to blood testing services that we endorse, and a few other great things. So all of our approved content is below. Check that out. And until next time, boom.